Watch them on the thing. This is stupid. I can't see. I had to open up the stream on the other thing. Hopefully they can. Oh, I need to. Hopefully they can hear me. Let's see. I need to change this. It's too late. I should have did it before. What's up? What's up, Dirt Gang? What's up with you, homie? How do I do the? That don't work. Can't do that here.
I didn't even see your guys' last turns because everybody was running around.
Oh, that's
I
all
was
right.
like, I didn't see it.
No, that's all right. I just want to make sure it's coming to the right place.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, no problem. Thank you. Dirt Gang, what's going on? Let me see who else in here. Let's see. Y'all gotta bear with me. I'm doing this on the phone. I don't know how people do this stuff on the phone. There we go. What's up with it, y'all? Let me pull this up on my other phone so I can see. They already got the prelims going. They already have the Tyson Fury versus Arslanbek Maknadov, however you say his name. These folks don't think I can't read good. Hold on, let me see. Okay, I think we live. Boom. There we go. All right, y'all. There we go. Oh, there we go. I can see now. Dirt Gang, what's up with you, homie? Salute to you. Can y'all hear me? Hopefully y'all can hear me. Let's see. Oh yeah, y'all can hear me. Dirt Gang said you back now. There we go. What's up with it, Dirt? It's just Dirt Gang in here. Lala D was in here talking crazy. What's up with it, Lala? She was talking crazy, then she slid out. What's up with you, Lala? Salute to y'all, man. What's going on with it? And I hope all is well on Saturday, man. We just got done at the soccer field. Lala said you was late. I know you're 2 hours late. You at least 2 hours late. Well, the problem was, Lala, I started trying to do this thing at the soccer field, but then my brother came to see his nephew play, and so I didn't go live at the soccer field. Just watched the game and sat there with my family. So I started the live, but then I didn't do it. So apologies, but salute to you. Thank you for coming in and bringing it to my awareness that I'm at least 2 hours late. I really appreciate it. Who else is in here? Marlon, so Icy Sims, the residential boxer in the building. What's up with you, so Icy? Congratulations, bro. You just had a fight not too long ago. He said you cleared. Okay. Salute to you, so Icy, bro. You gotta keep me posted when we get back in there. You gotta keep me posted. But congratulations, family. I hope all is well with you, man. I hope all is well. I really wanted to talk, man. Y'all know I really been leaving this. I've really been chilling on the boxing combo, but I still want to do a little bit of talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Like with regard to the Regis Prograis versus Conor Benn fight. Um, if you notice, nobody's even talking about the Tyson Fury versus Makhmadov fight because neither one of them are a draw. Tyson Fury is not really a draw. You know what I mean? The biggest draw in the heavyweight division is still Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. You know what I mean? And of course Anthony Joshua. With regard to the UK, those are still the two biggest draws. So why they won't just come together and make a fight, I don't know. But nobody's thinking and checking for Tyson Fury and his 1 foot in, 1 foot out ass. Like 1 minute he's retired or he's retiring, the next moment he's back in business. Like it's just very difficult to take. It's very difficult to take Tyson Fury seriously. You know what I'm saying? So if you notice, nobody talked about that fight. Like nobody talked about that fight. So much, in fact, I forgot that the Conor Benn and Regis Prograis was on the undercard of that fight. I'm sitting here thinking Conor Benn and Regis Prograis was doing they were the main event on their own card, and I looked up. It was like probably like Tuesday. I looked up like, oh damn, that's the Tyson Fury versus Makhmadov fight. That's the dude. That's the big heavyweight dude. I think he Russian or something like that, but that's the dude that got the tick. He be doing all the ticking. Like he got the ticks like Tevin Campbell, not Tevin Campbell, Tevin Farmer. You feel me? Yeah, Dirk Gang said I only know it because of the Benn and Breaches fight. That's it, bro. Other than that, man, I didn't know. I didn't even realize Fury was fighting. And that's square business. That's square business. But anyway, as far as the Regis Prograis versus Conor Benn fight, man, this is how I feel, bro. Zuffa got to come on with it, man. Zuffa got to come on with it. I am extremely, and I really didn't even want to talk about that fight because I'm not here for it, man. I want Regis Prograis. I'm glad that he's getting paid and he's getting an opportunity, to get some money, but I'm not here for that fight, man. The fight, first and foremost, the fight is at 150. You understand what I'm saying? It's at 150. Conor Benn coming down from his fight at 160 down to 150. Regis Prograis, who has been a career 140-pound fighter. He has been a career 140-pound fighter, and he's going up past 147 to fight at 150. You understand what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate because Regis is not in the position, or feels like he's not in the position, to actually make Conor Benn make 147. He should have made Conor Benn make 147 because Conor Benn, I ain't gonna lie, Conor Benn looked terrible making 150. He looked absolutely terrible, man. He looked weight drained. He looked dehydrated. Like, he looks terrible making 150. He's not 150. He's not a 147-pound fighter. He needs to go ahead on and fight at 154. The problem is if he goes to 150, if he goes to 154, he's gonna get his block knocked by everybody. So I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to slide him in there to 147, get him a good payday. You know what I mean? Try to get those dudes over to come fight him over at the UK and do it to him. You understand what I'm saying? And do it to him. And like with this fight, people are saying, Regis got a shot and so on and so forth. Regis has to knock Conor Benn out. If Regis don't knock, T.S. Frank, what's up with you, homie? Is you a cop, Jay Reed? I ain't seen you in a minute. If Regis Prograis don't knock out Conor Benn, he's gonna get robbed. Regis Prograis can go in there and beat Conor Benn 9 rounds to 3. You understand what I'm saying? 8 rounds to 4. Regardless of the fact, Conor Benn is gonna win that fight in the UK. You understand? Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So I'm not really a fan of that fight though. Zuffa, I think just like all of the other entities in the sport of boxing, Zuffa's no different. Like, they're trying to campaign like they're different, like they're doing a new thing, and they want to do things differently. And this is, with all due respect, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see them really doing anything different as of yet. I don't see them doing anything different as of yet. And the thing that goes on with the sport and that we see in boxing is entities, the powers that be, the suits in the sport of boxing, they say one thing, but then they always end up doing another. Like they say one thing, but then they do another. Like they say what sounds good, like this stuff sounds good, like coming in doing something different sounds good. Some coming in wanting to get some of the corruption out of the sport of boxing sounds good, but then you come in and you do and you continue the corruption. You feel me? You continue the corruption. Case in point. They come in and they say we're not doing any catch weights. You know, no, there's no middle weights. They're not doing any of the middleweight divisions. They're only doing the major weight divisions. You understand what I'm saying? And that was, what is that? That's lightweight, welterweight, middleweight, light heavyweight, heavyweight, and I think they're doing feather. I think they're doing feather. So I think they're doing featherweight, lightweight, welterweight, middleweight, light heavyweight, heavyweight. I might have missed one, but I think that's all they're doing. They're just doing those. They're just doing those. They're not doing anything else. And then they come with the first major fight that they have, or not major fight, one of the first major fights that they have with people that we actually, recognize on the card is Conor Benn, and it's at 150, which is a catch weight. They just said they wasn't doing catch weights between weights and none of that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? You got to come in, you got to fight at your division. And not only are they doing that fight, because the fight is contractually being fought at 150, but they're coming in and they're advertising it, saying that it's a welterweight fight. They're literally advertising it and saying that it is a welterweight fight, when indeed it's not a welterweight fight. The fight is taking place at 150. You understand what I'm saying? That's no different than the corruption and the lying and the scams that we see within all the other areas, of the other entities within the sport of boxing. So either we're gonna clean it up or we ain't. See, it's easy to say that you're gonna clean up the sport of boxing, but then when you get in there and the rubber actually hits the road, this is not gonna be anything different. You feel me? But the problem even with that is now y'all want to attack and eliminate the Ali Act. See what I'm saying? Like it's just and I salute to the team over at Zuffa. We have our credentials, working with Zuffa and so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, at some point, man, we gotta do something with regard to the sanctity of the sport, because there are those of us who are really truly fans of the sport of boxing. You feel me? Like we really truly are fans of the sport of boxing. We don't engage in the BS, man, and ultimately we're not gonna fold when it comes to truly protecting the sport. Either you're gonna be good for the sport or you're not. You understand what I'm saying? And if you're going to be coming into the sport with your own brand of corruption, then man, honestly speaking, you can keep it. Honestly speaking, you can keep it. Yeah, you can keep it. If you're gonna do something different, then let's do it. If you're not gonna do nothing different, and you're just gonna continue the same old, then we ain't got no use for that. You understand what I'm saying? And so that's where I'm at. Yeah, that's where I'm at. So we'll see Calvin. So we'll see. We still are will yet to be seeing how this is gonna go. But I don't trust it, man. And also, let me ask you something else. You ready? So what are we doing with regard to the drug testing? You feel me? Like for Regis Prograis to go over there, to go into the UK, to not make Conor Benn make the 147-pound weight. Regis Prograis has never fought above 140 pounds. Never. Like he's never fought above 140. So with him never having fought above 140, how do we go straight to 150? Like he bypassed 147 and went straight to 150. You feel me? And we're not doing no drug testing. And we're not doing drug testing. So he bypassed 147, go from 140, because he is a career 140-pound fighter. So we bypass 140, go straight to 147, and then in going straight to 140, we're not doing drug testing versus a drug chief. Conor Benn is a drug chief. They have a for real drug chief culture in the UK. You understand what I'm saying? And these fighters pop dirty. And what is she doing? And these fighters pop dirty and and so on and so forth. And so they pop their here, give me something, give me something. They pop love you, they pop dirty and so on and so forth. And we're not like, nah,
Yeah. But I
we
think
not
that's
like gonna do no drug testing. You understand what I'm saying? They got UCAS over there, and you know fighters pop dirty. We don't know about it till after the fights, and they're able to push the. Because we've seen it. Who was that? That was Dillian White when he fought. Was it Rivera? When he fought Rivera, Dillian White popped dirty, and they still had the fight, and they didn't know about the dirty test until after the fight. You feel me? What kind of mess is that, man? What kind of mess is that? Like there is just a, and so for Conor Benn to be a drug cheat, and then to get over there and not be beholden to any intense drug testing. You understand what I'm saying? There's no clean boxing. He's not in the clean boxing program. You feel me? He's just there. That's crazy as hell to me, man. And Regis, and I know Tiz Frank salute. She say Regis is desperate for a payday. I know Regis is desperate for a payday because all these folks have been working with the PBC, and this is going to be another example. You know what I'm saying? And because of these fighters who, you know, were with the PBC, working with the PBC, had moved from working with the PBC over working with other entities and so on and so forth. And then this is not going to end. I'm hoping for the best. Like in my perfect world, it would make my day if Regis Prograis went out there and stopped Conor Benn. That would make my day. Like that would make my week. You don't understand. That would probably make my year in the sport of boxing if Regis Prograis went out and stopped Conor Benn. You feel me? If Regis Prograis stopped Conor Benn, I'ma fly to New Orleans, and I'll be there on Tuesday morning, Monday morning, and I'll be eating beignets down there on motherfucking let me stop cussing from you. I'll be down there on not Beale Street, that's Memphis. What's it called? I'll be in the French Quarters eating beignets on Monday morning. If Regis, I'll be down there partying, sipping coffee with my pinky up. You understand what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like this is just not a good look. This is not a good look for the sport, no matter how you slice it up. But Zuffa's supposed to be doing a new thing for us. You feel me? They're supposed to be doing a new thing, but at the end of the day, when you look at it, like it's just the same old stuff. Like they doing the same things, man, and they're just continuing with the BS that's in the sport, which has plagued us. You understand what I'm saying? And Conor Benn is like Regis, and it's so bad because Regis Prograis' name is way bigger than Conor Benn's in the sport of boxing. Regis Prograis' resume is way better than Conor Benn in the sport of boxing. And so they have a Regis Prograis who has been he's been inactive. You feel me? You're pulling him up from a lower division in there versus a fighter who is a drug cheat and a proven drug cheat, and who's coming down from a higher weight. You gotta understand, Conor Benn just had literally two fights at 160 versus bigger dudes. You feel me? Versus Chris Eubank Jr. He done had two fights at 160, and now he's coming down, he's pulling up a 140-pound fighter for a fight that's not even at 147. Fight is at 150, 10 pounds higher than what Regis Prograis fights. 10 pounds higher than what Regis Prograis has built out his career. Man, it's crazy. And then people accept this stuff like this stuff is all right. Like there's nothing all right about this. And like I said, shout out to Zuffa. I do believe that in some ways boxing does need to become more uniform. But right is right, man. What's right is right. What's positive is positive. Like what's positive for the sport is positive for the sport. What's negative for the sport is negative for the sport. And it ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like there is no in between. You understand what I'm saying? I can cheer for Zuffa to win because I want as many entities in the sport that are going to positively impact the sport. I want as many of those in the sport as possible. But I can also tell you and call BS when I see it. You feel me? I can also call BS when BS is afoot. And that is extreme. That is extreme BS. Like I'm really not like I'm not feeling this Regis versus Conor Benn. And I want Regis to get his payday, but I want it to be fair. And the fair thing would be at least for them to fight at 150. I mean 147. At least make 147. Man, that's craziness. And now Conor Benn is gonna be in there fighting at Regis at 150, and he's gonna be dirty. And he's gonna be dirty, and we'll never know it. And this stuff is crazy, man. They just crooks, man. Like it's crooked. It's crooked. And I don't, for me, it's all the same. People, we get out here and these people test positive for drugs. You understand what I'm saying? And we forget about it. You understand what I'm saying? They pop for performance enhancing drugs and we forget about it. You know what I mean? People run around asking me why I don't like Canelo. Canelo's a drug cheat. He's gonna always be a drug cheat. You understand what I'm saying? Eddie Reynoso is drug cheat. His whole camp, drug cheats. You understand? If Bomac's camp had the failed drug tests that Eddie Reynoso had, Bomac wouldn't even be in the sport of boxing. There would be no Terrence Crawford. Omaha B&B Boxing Gym would be shut down, and they'd be under federal investigation. The motherfuckers would be in the custody in front of these kids. They'd be in Bomac would be in the penitentiary. If Eddie Reynoso was Bomac, he'd be in the penitentiary. Please believe that. Please believe that, man. Salute Mark Wonderlich. What's up with you, homie? Utah in the building. I see you, family. Nah, man. So this stuff is incredible to me, man. And I don't, I hate the fact that people won't say nothing about it. Like people won't say nothing about it. People won't talk about it. People won't complain about it. Like, what are we doing? Like literally, what are we doing? And why is this stuff acceptable? And why is nobody saying anything about it? Like why is nobody saying anything about it? Why is nobody saying anything about this Regis Prograis? Like this is just cool. This Regis Prograis versus Conor Benn fight at 150 is a huge part of the things that are wrong with the sport of boxing. There's no way around it, man. You understand what I'm saying? This is sick. This is sick. And it's sick that Regis Prograis is at this state of his career, that he's in a position where he gotta actually take this fight and go in there and possibly be a sacrificial lamb so that we can continue this bullshit with Conor Benn. And Conor Benn is not a world-class fighter. He has not proven to be a world-class fighter. Conor Benn is a domestic level fighter. And that's why he lost to Chris Eubanks Jr. in the first fight, because Chris Eubanks Jr. is a domestic level fighter. You feel me? Shade Girl 85, what's up with you, baby? Alabama in the building. Nah, he is Conor Benn is a domestic level fighter, period. And that's what matchroom boxing is full of. Domestic level fighters. Like, these dudes are domestic level fighters. The only person who could possibly who could be mistaken as world class from the UK is Anthony Joshua. But even Anthony Joshua, as we've seen and has been proven, he is a domestic level fighter. He is a UK fighter. He's a domestic level fighter. There's nothing wrong with being a domestic level fighter. UK has a brilliant boxing culture. Shout out to the UK. Shout out to the Brits and the British boxing culture. I mean, salute to them fans. Like, they got it going, like, when it comes to boxing. You feel me? In a real way. But at the end of the day, Lala D said it will really make your day if we each bet 50. Make our day if we each bet 50 on a KO by Rougarou. Laugh out loud. I might go over there and put 25. I don't know about the whole 50. I might put 25 on it though, real quick and see. But nah, they are chucked full of domestic level fighters, and so all of this stuff these are scams. You understand what I'm saying? Like, these are scams. And boxing is full of domestic level fighters that they try to pass off as world class fighters. You feel me? You know, and to be honest with you, if we're really telling the truth, we only have a few world-class fighters in the sport of boxing. There are only a few world-class fighters in the sport of boxing. There are a very select few number of world-class fighters in the sport of boxing. Very few, very select few. You can count them on your hands. You understand what I'm saying? And those ones that you can count on your hands who are those world-class fighters are the ones who are trying to prove that they're the best. Everybody else is, even the ones in the U.S. Like we have a lot of fighters in the U.S. who are good. They're good boxers. They're domestic level fighters. They will be good in the U.S. They're good fighting on these cards. They're good filling out cards. They're good in having main event fights, you know, in their respective cities, so on and so forth. But they are not world-class fighters, and that's okay. You understand what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, this is like I'm appalled, man, at this Rougarou versus Conor Benn fight and all of the stipulations that's taking place around it. And I truly hate the fact that Rougarou is put in a position where he actually has to take that fight. Like he's put in a position where he literally actually has to take that fight. Like it's craziness. Like it is absolutely craziness to me. Hey, what's up, dude? It is absolutely crazy to me. So, you know, that's that. Of course, you know what I mean? I'm gonna watch the fight because I am indeed a punch junkie. This is indeed the last place in the world for real fans of the sweet science. So I'm gonna watch the fight. However, this is I don't know. This is craziness. Excuse me. Am I in the way? Am I in you guys' way? Okay. Yeah, it is. Yeah, man, it's nuts, man. So, and I'ma just say, like, man, when it's all said and done, at some point, and this is what I'm saying, like, at some point, we got to get back to salvaging boxing. You understand what I'm saying? Because all of this stuff is going on, and then we spend all this time vilifying black fighters and allowing black fighters to be vilified, black American fighters to be vilified, because those are the only fighters that are vilified in the sport of boxing. All this stuff is going on, all this sorcery, all this smoke and mirrors, like all this shit is going on, and the only fighters in the sport that are vilified are black American fighters. And that's all, like these dudes are literally allowed to legally cheat. Like if you get caught on PEDs, you should not be allowed to fight in the sport of, you should not be able to box ever again. Like you can literally kill somebody in the ring regularly. You feel me? And these dudes are popping on PEDs, and we're seeing stuff like Zab Judah getting injured the way that he got injured in that fight, and then the fighter that he fought coming out finding out that he was on PEDs, and you don't hear nothing about it. You understand what I'm saying? Like you don't hear nothing about it. Like it's crazy. Bullroof's coming in here saying snack heads, but it ain't just snack. Like I hear people throwing that snack around, but it ain't just snack, bro. Eddie Reynoso got a gym full of dirty fighters, bro. Eddie Reynoso's fighters aren't on snack. They on taco packs. You feel me? They on taco packs. So I am of the belief that like these cats, like literally there should be nothing. Their motherfuckers shouldn't have nothing in their system. The natural minerals that they get from the food. You understand what I'm saying? Like literally, man. You want more protein, motherfucker, eat more peanuts. Like it should be none of that stuff. Like all of that shit should be outlawed. You feel me? Hey, Bullroo said Eddie's Barbecue and Grill. You feel me? Nah, dude. Snack is a PED, they're just not legal. They're not illegal. See, and that's the thing that we gotta understand, like, performance enhancing drugs are performance enhancing drugs, period. So you can take stuff that enhances your performance, but it's not on the banned substance list. Where you get in trouble is when you take stuff that's on the banned substance list, which is why I say all of those extra vitamins and those extra programs and being able to take this and adjust the molecular structure of it, and for it to not officially be a banned substance and so on and so forth, it shouldn't be none of that shit in the sport of boxing. You should naturally train, and you should eat a diet that is conducive to you having the optimal performance from your body. Like, that's what you should be doing. It shouldn't be none of that. It shouldn't be none of that other stuff, man. You know what I mean? And when we get to mixing in all of these, we get to mixing in all these different, these drugs, man, all these different you know, minerals and these different programs and so on and so forth. Yeah. Lala D says yes, but pay comes with a different meaning in the sport of boxing. Yeah, I know. But and that's part of the problem. You feel me? Because it should be universal. You understand what I'm saying? Anything that you take, a mind or mood or performance altering substance, is a pay. It's a drug. You understand what I'm saying? Anything that you take outside of your natural foods that you take is a performance enhancer. And I'm a person that believes all of it should be outlawed for the sport of boxing. You understand what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like you said, to your point, the snack is not illegal. You know, people like to throw snack up and shit, and I get it, but snack is not illegal. And it's funny that people vilify snack, but the other stuff is the stuff that's popping. You understand what I'm saying? Buru says they're all juicing to some extent, microdosing. No, they not, bro. Everybody's not juicing. Everybody's not juicing. There's a lot of people who are under them, who are on PEDs, but everybody's not doing it, bro. You can't put that on there. You know who you can put it on? You can put it on Conor Benn. You can put it on Canelo Alvarez. You can put it on Tyson Fury. You feel me? You can put it on Dillian White. You can put it on Gerald Big Baby Miller. You feel me? You can put it on people who've literally tested positive for PEDs. Like, you can put it on them, but you can't put it on everybody. Like, you can't put the ped jacket on everybody, and that's the problem. Everybody's not juicing. You can put it on Valdez. You feel me? You can put it, it's a lot of people you can put it on, but you can't put it on everybody, and that's the problem with the sport. Like, we like to cast these wide nets, and we incorporate everybody, and when you incorporate everybody, what that does is it rationalizes, it justifies, and it minimalizes. You feel me? It minimalizes the people who actually are dirty and the people who actually are cheating. When you say, man, everybody's doing something, that minimalizes the people who actually are, and then it's justified when they don't have to serve the same, when they don't have to serve the consequences that they should have to serve for cheating. We got to stop doing that. Like, we are sick in the sport. Like, we got a sickness when it comes to holding these people accountable for cheating. You feel me? Yeah, Paulie, but Paulie Malignaggi, right? And I know Paulie's been calling out. Shout out to Paulie. And Paulie has been, in my opinion, you can't say everybody because Paulie's a fighter. So that means, was Paulie cheating? You feel me? So you can't say everybody, and that's the stuff that you feel me? Everybody's doing it. No, everybody's not doing it. Because there are people, if everybody's doing it, then why isn't everybody getting caught? You understand what I'm saying? And you can only assume a person's doing the dirt that they're doing that dirt when they get caught. You see what I'm saying? Now, to the point of, you know, like I said, all of this stuff, all of these different, you know, programs and different things that people are doing, I'm not a fan of it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people shouldn't have anything in their bodies but the natural, in combat sports. People shouldn't have anything in their bodies except for the natural minerals and vitamins that come from dieting. That's it. There shouldn't be any elevated levels of anything. You feel me? There shouldn't be any elevated levels of anything. Period. You know, all of these camps, everybody need to be investigated. Everybody's camps and all of that stuff need to be monitored. And that's just facts. You know what I mean? And I really say sports period because the line is too blurred. But I'm definitely saying in combat sports, where motherfuckers can get beat to death, bro, there has to be zero tolerance for PEDs. Yeah. But this is the stuff I'm saying. We go on these tangents and we vilify certain fighters, but we don't vilify the stuff that really needs to be vilified in the sport of boxing. And that's why I said I didn't hear no griping about this fight with Rougarou is literally going in there at a disadvantage on every front and nobody's saying nothing. And then when Conor Benn goes in there and if he wins, he's gonna get full credit. He's gonna get full credit, and we're gonna continue this. We're gonna continue this BS saga that Conor Benn is a world-class fighter. When respectfully, he absolutely is not, because he has not proven to be a world-class fighter. He has proven to be a domestic level fighter. Because he stepped up and lost to a domestic level fighter. Came back and beat him, which means he should be having a trilogy with a domestic level fighter. You know what I mean? But anyway, as far as, like I said, the Tyson Fury and the Makavan fight, that fight is what it is. You know, I really want Tyson Fury to go away. I can't wait for the day when Tyson Fury announces that he's going to retire and he actually retires. You understand what I'm saying? That's just it. I don't really have nothing to say about it because I don't really talk. I try to be mindful of the stuff that I talk about. You know, Nanny told me if you don't have nothing positive to say, don't say nothing at all. So a lot of stuff I don't really talk about, man. That's just boxing, where we are with regard to the sport of boxing, period. And there's a lot of stuff that's going on, a lot of stuff that's not positive. And I just don't harp on it, I don't gripe on it, because there is a lot of stuff that is positive. And I think Old School Winston Lee, what's up with you, homie? And I think that's the stuff that we should be focusing on, stuff that we should be celebrating. We shouldn't be vilifying certain fighters. We shouldn't be condemning, you know, fighters. We shouldn't be, you know, I don't believe in dogpiling on fighters, you know what I mean? I don't be bringing fighters' personal lives into these situations or whatever the case may be, because you know, everybody, that shit that they dealing with, that's their personal business. You feel me? Guru said, honestly can't stand Conor Benn. Looking at his weigh-in, he's totally drained. He's a weight bully. He's a weight bully, but that's another thing too, Guru, because now that's something all these fighters do, is be weight bullies. There's no way you should be fighting 50 pounds beneath where you actually weigh. And you shouldn't be allowed to, like, we gotta clean this sport up, man. We gotta clean this sport up. I promise we do. You feel me? I promise we do. Like, people be sucking their bodies down, and we celebrate it though. Like, you're literally going in there fighting versus smaller men and beating smaller men, and we celebrate it. We be celebrating it. Laugh out loud, Crispy. That's what the comments are for. The things you don't want to say, but we know it's true. Cough, Fondora. Excuse me. Man, it's a whole lot, man. Like, bro, it's just crazy, man. Like, shout out to the fighters that fight close to their weight divisions, man. Because it's a lot of them dudes that fight close to their weight divisions, and I actually like them. You know what I'm saying? And they just be in there. They stay 5-10 pounds within their weight class. You know, no more than 15 pounds within their weight class, and they just ready to rock. You know what I'm saying? At any given moment, man. Salute to those fighters. Man, I don't. Motherfuckers 195, 200 pounds, sucking themselves down to 147, to 140, 135. Man, that shit's ridiculous. You understand what I'm saying? Man, then they be talking about, I can't make this weight no more, so I gotta move up. Yeah, because you should be at 154. You understand what I'm saying? Motherfucker fighting at 135, it should be at 154. Fighting at 130, it should be at 147. Like, man, this stuff is crazy. Yeah, Alberto, salute to you, man. Yeah, we're watching the UFC fight today. We did a show on it last night. If you didn't catch the Casually Hardcore fight, man, we Casually Hardcore episode last night. We did an episode last night. It's still up on the JuniorTheTruth channel, but you can go over to the Punch Junkie channel as well. With me and the guy is our chief MMA correspondent. We did the show yesterday, but we excited about that fight, man. We did a preview for the fight. We'll do post-fight tomorrow, man. So, yeah, we watching it, bro. We watching it. Ain't that something? As a boxing fan, I got to mix in MMA to get my fix. I got to mix in MMA. And that's another thing, too. I got to go. But Zuffa too, that's another thing, man. Y'all done gave Conor Benn, allegedly gave Conor Benn all this money, and these UFC fighters ain't getting they fair shake, man. This ain't gonna end well. And we literally just got approved to be Zuffa media. Like we're in the Zuffa media deal. We got our media producers approved with Zuffa. They gonna be denying this shit soon, but at the end of the day, man, this is what it is. Man, we gotta do better in the sport, man. Like we gotta do better in the sport. Like all the way around the board. But I really ain't feeling this Conor Benn versus Regis, man. I'm cheering for Regis though, man. Bro. I'm cheering for Regis so hard. I can't even explain to you how hard I'm cheering for Regis. Like I need Regis to pull this out. If he pulls this out, I will be in New Orleans on Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday, sipping, eating beignets, sipping cappuccino with my pinkies up. You feel me? On Bourbon Street. That's what I was trying to say. The French Quarter, Bourbon Street, whatever. We're gonna be uptown, overtown. You feel me? We're gonna be way uptown. I might show up down there with a I might have on a big cheap Mardi Gras Indian outfit on. With a tambourine walking around. You understand what I'm saying? I'll probably be parading around French Quarter with a Rougarou mask on. You understand what I'm talking about? You might see me down in Louisiana on Swamp Peak where I might get on the boat with Elizabeth. You feel me? I might get on one of them swamp. I ain't get on the swamp boat. That's a lie. They be skip me up like a game. But you get what I'm saying. I'm gonna be super excited if Regis win. Yeah. Lala D said, anyone know what Hoops and Zayas undercard is looking like? I don't want to go until I know. You gonna go up there? Let me know if you go. I'm wrestling with going. I really want to go to that fight, but you know, I'm scared of Brooklyn, man. I'm scared of New York. I'm scared of New York, but I'm thinking about packing up my tribe and coming though, Lala. So we'll see. I had to think about it. You feel me? I had to think about it. But that's a whole nother video. We'll do a whole nother video. Salute to Xander Zayas. Salute to Bruce Enos. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, I hear everybody talking about that fight. Lala, you gonna pull me into that conversation. I'm trying to go. We already been talking for 42 minutes. Plus the undercard, the prelims is on. And I'm at the laser tag place. So I need to go check on my kids. I think they just about to go back in again. But man, this Xander Zayas and Bruce Enos, this is what we need in the sport of boxing. Because don't nobody want to fight nobody. Don't nobody want to fight. Nobody want to prove they the best. And Xander Zayas steps up and says he's going to fight Jerome Bruce Enos because he sees something like Mikey Garcia or don't see it or whatever the case may be. Xander Zayas, I was already a fan of Xander Zayas. We've already featured him in the Punch Junkie magazine. Shout out to my brother Kano Loco. Kano put me on Xander Zayas when he was in the amateurs actually. But shout out to Xander Zayas. I'm excited for that fight. We got to get back to this. We got to get back to these. What the heck? He's a world champion. When you get a world championship, it ain't no more. He ain't ready. Like, how does that sound for a fighter to not be ready and he actually has a world title? That don't make sense. You feel me? When you get a world title, there is no more he ain't ready. Like, that don't exist. World title means it's go time. That's the whole reason you get it. That's why you get into these sanctioning bodies. That's why you work your way up the rankings. That's why you get your title shots, pay your sanctioning fees. When you win your title, it's go time. Now bring on the big fights. Xander Zayas versus Bruce Enos is one of the best fights at the 154-pound division. It is one of the best. So what are we talking about? It's too early. No, it ain't. He's a world champion. I don't care if he's 22, 23. He a world champion. So salute to him. And then, what happens if Xander goes in there and beats Boots? Y'all gonna have to eat y'all words. You understand what I'm saying? What happens if Xander goes in there and beats Boots? It ain't gonna happen. Boots is gonna do it. That's cool. What happens if Xander do? You understand what I'm saying? But you know what happens? You know what happens if Boots win? Y'all know what happens if Boots win? A rematch, because Xander Zayas got a rematch clause. So now we get two of them. And what if they split 1-1? If they split 1-1, guess what we got? Guess what we got if they split 1-1? We got a trilogy, and we need more trilogies in the sport of boxing. We need more trilogies in the sport of boxing. You feel me? Boxing was bred on trilogies, man. It was bred on rivalries. Why do we have all these fighters that are world class, quote unquote, fighters, world champions, and we don't have no rivalries? Y'all can't name me. You can't name me 5 rivalries that we got in the sport of boxing where fighters have actually fought. Now you can name me 5 rivalries where fighters be going back and forth on social media, like you can do that. But you cannot name today, 2026, you cannot name me 5 rivalries in the sport of boxing. You cannot name me 5 rivalries. That's where we at in the sport of boxing. All these fighters, all these championship belts, all these weight divisions, and you can't name 5 rivals that have actually fought in the sport of boxing, that have actually got in the ring and fought and split one. Now we got potential matchups, we got fights we want to see, we got people going back and forth, we got people clout chasing, we got people getting us all riled up about fighting, and then they let us down. You cannot name 5 rivalries in the modern landscape of boxing. You can't. Period. Lala D said Bud is working with Zayas the way Boots worked with Canelo. He should. He should. Bro, ain't no friends in this shit. That's what's wrong. Like this boy band era. This is the boy band era of boxing. Man, get that punk ass shit out of here, man. People coming together to try to dethrone people, and motherfuckers coming together to try to run and have a negative impact on one boxer's career, and motherfuckers is refusing to fight each other. You understand what I'm saying? You got 4 fighters in and around the same weight division. They all got titles in and around the same weight division, or in title contention in and around the same weight division, and won't fight each other. You got motherfuckers we should have rivalries. We ain't got no rivalry yet. You mean to tell me we ain't got the Keyshawn Davis versus Andy Cruz fight yet? They not rivals yet? Man, come on, man. We ain't got the Boots Enos versus nobody atop the 147-pound division. Hopefully, Xander Zayas can be a rival for Boots. Like, this shit crazy, man. Like, that's just where we at. Lala D said, for anyone who doesn't know, tigers are known to hold grudges and seek revenge. Yeah, I know. Especially Tiger Johnson's. That's a whole nother conversation, though. You feel me? Yeah. Ohio versus everybody. That's a whole nother conversation, though. Especially Tiger Johnson's. Yo. Man, at the end of the day, man, this stuff is nuts. Yeah, this stuff is nuts, man. All of this stuff is nuts. It's all nuts. And at the end, we don't have any rivals. Who's Dave Haney's rival? Who's Anthony Joshua's rival? We got Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. That's a rivalry. I'm trying to think. We had Bivol Better Be. That's a rivalry. Because ain't they 1-1? I think they 1-1. Who else we got? Let me see. Reach to be great. Salute, family. He said, let's go Regis, goddammit. You feel me? Come on, Regis. Man, Regis I'm telling you, man, if Regis bring this home, man, I might get a Rougarou tattoo. A temporary one. I might get a temporary Rougarou tattoo on my neck. You feel me? Like I might grow some braids that look like stitches, like Rougarou. Yeah, Lala D said I'm thinking. Like, why we gotta think like that, Lala D? Because if I actually give me 5 rivalries from boxing history, you're gonna be able to run them off. Will Sinclair said, if Albright win against Key, I see a trilogy, man. Albright not gonna win against Key. Albright not gonna win against Key, bro. Keyshawn Davis is a boxing prodigy, bro. He a boxing prodigy. He a boxing prodigy, and he gonna go in there in this second fight, and he gonna show y'all that he really was high. You feel me? And he really wasn't in his right mind. And he really gonna lock in, and he gonna go in there, and he gonna do Albright bad, man. He gonna do Albright bad. Because there's like when people say there's levels to this stuff, there really is a separation. Y'all got me all over the place, man. I gotta get out of here. But like, you can't be a person that this is with all due respect, man. Because I feel like Albright does good with what he does. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he does good with what he does, and I feel like Albright is most certainly a good domestic level fighter. Which is why he went in and he did what he did to Kelvin Davis, who was a good domestic level fighter. And he went in and he was able to do what he did against Frank Martin, because Frank Martin is a good domestic level fighter. You understand what I'm saying? When you get to the world class stage and you see these fighters in versus world class competition, you see and know and truly understand the difference, because there is a difference. And that's what we're going to see. When Keyshawn gets in there versus Albright, you're going to see the difference. There's a difference in class. You feel me? You're going to see it. You know, even, I don't know, man, because like, even when fighters cross over and get to world-class status, excuse me, there's only a certain time frame that you have to compete at a world-class level. And then you start to taper off, and that's what we see with these fighters, which is why we think that fighters are going to be able to be world-class forever, and they're not. You understand what I'm saying? Which is why we see Adrian Broner, who at one point in time was a world-class fighter, get beyond his world-class years, get in versus Blair Cobb, who is a domestic-level fighter, and get the shit beat out of him. Excuse me, cuss in front of his kids. You see what I'm saying? So it's levels. Alicia Baumgartner versus the boy is the best I got. No, that's not a rivalry because they haven't fought yet. And Alicia Baumgartner is ducking that fight right now. And she's from Ohio, so I'm sick. That's not a rivalry. That's not a rivalry. Fran Chon versus Clarissa would have been a rivalry if Fran Chon would have won. It's not a rivalry. It's not a rivalry. I said a rivalry where these fighters have actually fought. Not that they fought on social media. Not that they've gone back and forth talking, none of that, where they've actually fought. We don't have rivalries in the sport of boxing. You feel me? Yeah, it's a possible. Just like them books in your hand. It's a possible. Two in a possible. We got two in a possible. We got Fury versus Wilder. We got Fury and Wilder. We got Bivol and Better Beef. Bivol Better Beef, Fury Wilder. Well, not even Errol and Bud, because that's not a rivalry, because Bud beat the shit out of Errol, jumped up and down on him like a trampoline, and Errol, shit, semi-retired. So, that's not even a rivalry. Like, we don't have a rivalry in the sport of boxing, man. In all these decades and all these eras, we don't have a rivalry in the sport. We don't have rivalries in the sport of boxing. We don't have a Pacquiao versus Marquez. Like, we don't have those. So, it is what it is, man. And unfortunately, we see that boxing has really tapered off and has really downtrodden. With all due respect, it's really downtrodden. So, at the end of the day, man, what are we gonna do? Anyway, man, I don't want to take away from it. You said Haney versus Ryan. That's all I got. That's a rivalry. That's a rivalry. They fought, and then they potentially, the next one is gonna be a big one. You know what I mean? And that's a whole nother conversation. You know what I mean? Because I know I'm the only person in the world who scored that fight. I actually scored that fight for Devin. I felt like Devin actually won that fight. You know how that goes. One of these days we're gonna do it over on the network. We're gonna do it somewhere else. We're gonna rewatch that fight so I can get y'all to see what I actually seen, because I scored that fight for Devin. Yep. But Haney versus Ryan so we got three. We got three rivalries. I'm pretty sure we got some rivalries with the smaller weight classes or whatever. I'm just not privileged to. I can't call them off the top of my head. But this Conor Benn versus Regis Prograis fight is everything that's wrong with the sport of boxing. All the corruption, all of the inconsistencies, all of the scams, all of the things, man. It is absolutely everything that's wrong with the sport of boxing. And I'm hoping that Regis Prograis can shake loose, man, and do what I think he can do. Yeah, hey bro, y'all need some help? Y'all need help? You good? Okay. Hopefully, we'll see, man. Man, I appreciate y'all listening to me talk my shit, man. Dirt Game Boss said hit that like button. And y'all, Lala D said true, the knockdowns blurred it. Ryan Garcia lost every round that he did not knock Devin Haney down. And the thing that everybody forget is that Ryan Garcia had a point taken away. He got a point, was at the 7th or 8th round. He lost a point in the 7th or 8th round. You feel me? He lost a point in the 7th or 8th round. And so that swung it for me. You know, I think that when Devin didn't get his ass knocked down, he actually controlled the distance, he controlled the pace, he dictated. It was like a bull in the matador. You feel me? But Devin was just sloppy with the pops when it came to defending himself versus that left hook. But that came from all the inconsistencies in the camp, as well, the inconsistencies in the camp, but as well as that overzealousness. And I say this all the time, people get mad at me in school, but they were chasing the ghost. They were chasing Tank's ghost. They were chasing Tank's ghost. All cake ain't good cake. You feel me? All cake ain't good cake. But anyway, that's water under the bridge. When they fight in the rematch, Devin Haney is gonna do Ryan Garcia dirtball bad. I think Devin gonna stop Ryan when they do it when they had a rematch. I think Devin's gonna stop Ryan. I know people like, how? What do you think? What do you say? I think that Dev is gonna stop Ryan when they had a rematch. But anyway, y'all pulling me in. I see what y'all doing though, Lala. See, y'all don't know when I'm gonna come on here and talk boxing again. So you trying to get it all, you trying to squeeze it all out of me. You feel me? Yeah, you trying to squeeze it all out. Yeah, you trying to squeeze it all out. Because I got heat, man. I got some heat. I got some heat for the PBC and what they got going on right now. I got heat for the fact that they ruined all them dudes' careers. You understand what I'm saying? They ruined all them dudes' careers. Yeah, I got plenty of heat, man. I got plenty more. So I'm gonna do more talking, man, with boxing because this is therapeutic for me. You gotta come over to the Punch Junkie. Salute to everybody that's over there on the Punch Junkie YouTube channel now. I see y'all. Salute to everybody that's on all the different Punch Junkie platforms. We on the Facebook right now. We on the Twitch. We on the Kick. Salute to y'all. Huh?
The car?
Oh. Sorry. You okay? All right. Here you go. Where's your brother over there? Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. All right. Be careful. Take care of your brother.
Yes, sir.
All right. 503 line in a building. My brother. What's up with you, bro? Salute to my brother, man. I be trying to have a cold, bro. I be trying to have a cold, man. And my cold with myself is, bro, I really don't be feeling the boxing talk. And everybody be like, man, you gotta come and you gotta do something different. The guy be on my helmet like, man, you gotta come and do something different because don't nobody really do it. You know what I'm saying? But like, man, I be listening to the brothers that really be trying to concentrate on the boxing. You feel me? And I be looking and man, ain't nobody trying to hear that shit, bro. Motherfuckers don't want to have real boxing talk, man. Y'all want gossip columns. Y'all want me to come in here and gossip, bro. That's what gets all the clicks and the super chats and all that. Motherfucking gossip. You don't want me to come in here and really talk about boxing, bro. Y'all want me to come in here and talk about people's tattoos and domestic violence cases and shit, man. We don't want to talk boxing, bro. Meanwhile, Conor Benn is full of dope, in my opinion. Full of dope. Weighing 150 pounds. He probably 170. He probably 170 now. In there fighting a career 140 pounds. And we ain't got nothing to say about it with no drug testing. You feel me? Allegedly. And UCAD is the same because UCAD lets you pop dirty and fight anyway and tell everybody after the fight. Hey man, anyway, salute to y'all, man. I'm gonna get out of here. We gotta go over and catch this undercard, catch the prelims, catch the fights. I'll probably do a reaction. I'll probably do my reaction tomorrow morning. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it today, man. I'm chilling. Cause we got these big UFC cards tonight too. And you all right? We got these big UFC cards today, so we watching the UFC, so we can also react to the UFC cards tomorrow. Shout out to everybody that's been rocking with the Casually Hardcore show, man. With me, featuring me and the guy. Salute to y'all. That thing is doing numbers and growing legs. Go subscribe to the Punch Junkie YouTube channel. Also, y'all can go visit the site www.punchjunkie.com. It is under construction. We got some changes coming, man, but we still here, man. We still locked in. Man. Salute, and y'all be sure to go subscribe to my brother 503 Lion, man. Houston hard hitter in the building. Y'all be sure to go subscribe to my brother, my usual suspects family, but my brother 503 Lion. Y'all be sure to go get him. We got to get them numbers up. Over there. But anyway, salute to you all. Thank y'all so much, man. Really, truly, genuinely appreciate y'all. If I had a million tongues, man, I couldn't tell it all. And that's on my soul, man. But y'all, in my Stormy B-Man voice, man, y'all should be subscribed to Stormy B-Man too. Man, y'all go watch boxing. You feel me? And I gotta check. And y'all also, man, y'all give positive energy to Brandon Adams, man. I got his brother on the line now, so I gotta rap on him. But Brandon Adams had to pull out of his fight today. He was experiencing some chest pains, and he collapsed in his hotel room yesterday morning, and they had to rush him to the hospital. The last I seen, he was still in ER, so I had reached out to his brother and his family, and his brother actually just hit me back. But y'all know I got an affinity for Brandon Adams, man. So y'all positive energy to the Cannon and his family, man. And y'all watch and enjoy this boxing, man, and then we'll tap in. Y'all will see me all around the communities messing around, man, today. But salute to y'all, man. I love y'all. There ain't nothing you can do about it. This is JuniorTheTruth signing off, man. Give you a daily reminder to view your life like a pair of dice until it looks like a paradise. I'm a high-born player made. If you don't know anything else about me at the end of the day, I got to keep pushing, baby.